How's it going, guys? My name is Izzy and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what I think the biggest problem with Battlefield 1 is. Now, while I really enjoy the game and I think it's fun, I've already started to just burn out on it. And when I'm selecting what I want to play every day, Battlefield 1 really isn't the #1 game I'm going to. In fact, I've been going back and playing Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 because, to be honest, I just don't have the drive to play Battlefield 1 anymore. And that's because I don't have anything to do in the game, which is the biggest issue for me. They've over-casualized it to the point where there is literally almost nothing to work towards in the game besides hitting max rank. And after you've done that, you have nothing else to do. Unlike all the other Battlefields, there aren't assignments to work for, and there really is nothing driving people to continue playing once they've reached max rank. For whatever reason, Battlefield 1 has the least amount of content of any Battlefield game I can think of. Even Battlefield 3 had a lot of in-game content that would keep people playing well after they hit rank 100. If you think of little things, even like the golden dog tags in Battlefield 3 that you could get if you got your classes to 100 service stars, that probably kept the game alive for me for another 200 to 300 hours as I grinded my classes to rank 100 just to get a stupid little golden dog tag. And of course, it didn't actually mean anything, it was purely cosmetic, but it gave me something to work for, a reason to keep playing, and I just don't have that reason with Battlefield 1. And of course, the game is just fun to play, but personally, I like to see what I'm working towards. I like to have an end goal, something I can visualize, something that I can work towards. And the more I think about it, the more I can't understand why they took away little things from Battlefield, like the golden dog tags or assignments. That one still has me racking my brains trying to figure out why they would ever take away assignments. It just makes no sense, and there really isn't any real reason for why they should have done it. Even if assignments only reward you with a dog tag, I think people are willing to put in the time in order to unlock it, just because it's a little something extra to do besides simply playing the game. If you look at something like Black Ops 3, yes, I know I'm comparing Battlefield to Call of Duty, but only in this one little tiny aspect, so don't chop off my head quite yet in the comments, alright? Just hear me out for a second. In Black Ops 3, you could work towards Dark Matter camo, which was a pretty big feat. It could take upwards of 50 to 100 hours in order to unlock it. And there are people still playing that game today, grinding towards Dark Matter camo. Now, I'm not saying Battlefield needs a floating black and blue speckly star looking camo, but what I am saying is that assignments that take a long amount of time to complete, something that is rewarding, it gives you something to show off, like Dark Matter camo or golden guns, is motivating. It's a reason for people to return to the game, and it just encourages people to keep playing. And there is nothing like that in Battlefield 1. There are no challenges and there are no assignments. But hopefully that'll change and they'll add some to BF1. Now, my fear with this is if they do go and add assignments, they'll make them really easy. So simple to complete that everyone will be able to do it, and everyone will have whatever reward you get for completing the assignment, instead of them being decently hard to complete. Now, the problem with hard assignments is I know not everyone will get them, but that's also why I like them. You don't hear people getting really excited when they earn a participation trophy, and it's because it's a participation trophy, and the same goes for assignments. If something is really easy to complete, and you get a simple reward like a camo, but everyone also has that camo because they completed the assignment as well, then that camo doesn't mean much because everybody has it. If only a handful of people are able to get a certain type of camo or a certain dog tag, it makes it really cool. You get to show that off. You get to be proud of what you have. And in Battlefield 1, there is nothing to be proud of. Yeah, there's a couple fancy looking camos you might get lucky and pull out of a battle pack, but they're just and at the end of the day, no one really cares about that. Don't get me wrong, it's fun unlocking stuff out of battle packs, but it just doesn't give you the same feeling of satisfaction as opposed to earning it versus just getting lucky. I always thought it was really fun in games when I could put in the time to unlock something unique and special, and then I could show it off to all my friends and other people I was playing with. Even if it was a small cosmetic item, I always thought that was really fun. But looking at Battlefield 1 as a whole, it has to be the least rewarding Battlefield. You don't really get anything as you rank up, and after you've unlocked the base weapons for the classes, that really is it. There's nothing hiding beneath the surface. The game is shallow, and while that doesn't take away from it being fun, it does drastically decrease the replayability. I think the only reason BF1 doesn't have a lot of content is because they were trying to make it a casual game. They were trying to appeal to the masses. The problem with that is the masses don't play for very long. They might pick up the game, play it for a little bit, but then they're gonna put it down and move on to something else. Which is fine, you know, DICE, EA, they earn lots of money, people might enjoy the game for a bit, but it ruins it for anybody who is an actual Battlefield fan, somebody who wants to put in hundreds and thousands of hours. I don't think I can put 1,000 hours into Battlefield 1 at its current state. The past 4 Battlefields, I've logged well over 1,000 hours into each one of them. Looking at Battlefield 1, it's just not possible for me because I don't think I'll enjoy the game for that long. And yes, of course, making games appeal to a large audience is a good thing because it increases the player base, but you can't go so far towards appealing to the masses that you take away everything that made a game unique in the first place. And really looking at Battlefield 1 with no weapon attachments, no weapon customization, no soldier customization, no real server rental options, it just in large part completely kills the game for me because it is so casual. Again, there's nothing wrong with a game being casual, but it's also killed what made Battlefield Battlefield. Going back and looking at previous titles, one of the things that comes to mind is content, is assignments, are the dog tags you can earn, are all the weapon attachments and all the guns. Oh my god, just looking at Battlefield 4 and 3, there are so many guns and knives you could earn. And I loved that. It's one of my favorite things about Battlefield is that there was always so much to do, which I really think is why Battlefield 1 has been such a shock with its utter lack of content. I really don't think any shooter has come out within the last 5 years that has had as little content as BF1, which really makes me sad because at its core, Battlefield 1 is an amazing game. The hit detection is really good. The game is unbelievably beautiful. The gameplay is smooth. It works right. There isn't a lot of lag. The netcode seems to be relatively on point. I love the map design. I love the era, which is why it just crushes me to see it fall so short of what it could be. But really, it has all the potential in the world. And the good thing there is that the game is still relatively early in its life cycle, so DICE has plenty of time to add lots and lots of content. Hopefully. Yep, my fingers are crossed here. Let's all hope together. So here is what I would like to see them add into the game in the future. There definitely needs to be more weapons. Lots and lots of weapons. Like so many weapons. The amount of weapons needs to be doubled or tripled by the end of the game in a serious kind of way. There also needs to be soldier customization. Nothing too crazy, but some basic soldier customization options would be really nice. Speaking of customization, we need more camos, and not just the ones you unlock from battle packs. There needs to be some cool assignment camos you can get. There also needs to be weapon attachments. Please, please DICE, give us weapon attachments. I want to be able to customize my guns. And lastly, I would love to see some kind of competitive game mode. Something like a 5v5 squad rush or obliteration would be a really nice addition to the game. So there you have it. That's my list of things I would like to see them add, but I'm sure you have your own list. So whatever additions you would like to see in BF1, let me know what that is down in the comments below. Also, are you guys still playing Battlefield 1? Are you still addicted to it like you were when it first came out, or is your interest kind of petered away? And if you have, why have you stopped playing? Is it because there aren't enough game modes? Is it because there just isn't enough content? Or if you are still super addicted and you're playing every day, let me know why. Anyway guys, that's about it for this. I just wanted to share with you my opinions of what I think the biggest issue with Battlefield 1 is. To recap, I think the game is really fun, and at its core, it's solid. It's just missing some stuff that'll help it last long term. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss uploads in the future. Well, you know, that is if you want to subscribe. There's no pressure or anything. Let's sit here and give you a second to do that. Did you do it yet? No? If the answer was no, I'm sending an army of praying mantises to attack you in your sleep. So just keep that in mind. Anyway guys, that really is about it for this. I hope all of you have had a fantastic day. And until next time, I really hope a praying mantis doesn't bite you. Because you know, that would fucking suck.